Hi, how are you? Thank you for stopping by or stopping by again. I really do appreciate it. Sorry that this one took so long to load up. I was busy doing other things and I did have opportunities to do it earlier, but I guess I just didn't get around to it anyway. So it's up now. I'm going to continue, except tomorrow I won't do anything on it because tomorrow is a super moon and a blue moon, and a friend and I are going to go down by the lake to see if we can get some good pictures of it. I hope we can. I do love the moon. I don't know why. I guess, we can't see Earth from where we stand, but we can see the moon. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's see. Oh, I went on to Temu the other day and I filled up a shopping cart or a shopping bag or whatever they have, but I didn't complete the order. I mean, I just put things there. I'm not sure. And I usually do that. I'll go into Temu and I'll pick a bunch of stuff and then I'll just leave it in the cart. And then a few days later, I'll go back and see if I still want the stuff. And if I do, then I'll check out. But if I might, take some things out, put some new things in, move things around, just because I can, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I was pretty, I had a really upset tummy today. I woke up with an upset tummy. It's fine now, but I think it's because I've been eating so late at night and I had a horrible weekend. Oh my gosh, but I think it's because I'm not hungry during the day and then I guess nighttime comes and I get bored and that's when I eat everything. So, I mean, it wasn't like bad stuff. It was like grapefruit and cottage cheese, and I made some macaroni salad and bacon. So I didn't eat all of it, but I did have some of that. And I just, got up with such an upset tummy today. And I don't know if it's because what I did on the weekend, but I think it's definitely because I'm eating so late at night. But I'm not doing that today. It's 9:20. I ate at 7. And I'm not going to stay up too late because if I do, I'll just eat something. So I'm going to do this recording. And then I'll link it to the video, hopefully, and get it onto YouTube, which I don't know how long it's going to take. It's about a 14-minute video, so it shouldn't take too long. But you never know with YouTube. Sometimes it can take 6 hours. But yeah, sometimes it's really fast. Sometimes it's never really fast, but sometimes it's really, really slow. Anyway, so I hope everybody is doing well. My prayers are going out to Florida, and I was watching a weather station, and apparently this hurricane has the potential to be pretty darn bad, both in the Gulf and on the Atlantic side. So hopefully everybody there is going to be safe. We'll take precautions and do what they have to do. And if I was in Florida, I think that if I was a resident of Florida, I would leave. I would just go somewhere. It's a great time for vacations. I would think I would get right out of town. But I guess you have to board up your house and things like that. So I don't really know what I'd do. How could I? I've never been through anything like that, thankfully. So I hope everybody in Florida is safe and takes good care of themselves. I don't know when it's supposed to start. From the images they showed, it looks like it was pretty darn close. So And I don't know where it's going to go after it hits Florida, because I know sometimes it'll come up the East Coast as far as Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and the Atlantic provinces. So let's hope that it's not as bad as this weatherman was saying. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go around and down and across this diamond painting. I've broken my camera stand again. It's more a mic stand, and it probably shouldn't be used for a camera, but it was a really cheap one. But I fixed it, so I'm hoping it's going to stay fixed for a while. I'm going to try to do bigger squares, because once you're doing it, it's fine. But when you limit yourself to a smaller square, I think maybe I shouldn't have even put the squares on it. I should have just left but then it was a big sheet of that white paper. If it was plastic, I would have just left it on and done it the way I normally do it, from the top down. But with these squares, it's something else. So I watched, oh my goodness, since the last time I uploaded a video, I have watched 3 Godzilla movies. I really love the old movies, and they don't scare me. I don't like being scared. So I watched 3 Godzilla movies, and I tried to watch a few movies on Tubi. Yeah, Tubi. I tried to watch a few movies on there, but just couldn't get into it. I should be reading, though. I have a lot more reading to do. And I watched a podcast by Mo Gadot, who is the guy that wrote the book called That Little Voice in Your Head. Also, he wrote The Happiness Project. So I think That Little Voice in Your Head is the second in the series. But he was also a CEO at Google. And the podcast I was listening to was somewhat scary. And it was about AI and how it's going to affect us in the next few years. And he's saying that, something should have been done earlier to sort of put the brakes on it a little bit. But you know what? I'm not smart enough to know the things that he knows. I just know that it made me feel very uncomfortable, some of the things that he was saying. But what can you do? We all live in this world. We all use AI, maybe not knowingly, but in little ways with our phones and our computers, and maybe some people in their cars. I don't have a smart car. I don't have a smart TV. and they don't have a smart owner. So I guess that's fair. But yeah, it was kind of scary stuff. But I'm going to, I think I listened to about 3/4 of it and then thought, no, I can't listen to this anymore. And Mo Gadot is actually a fairly happy person. Like I said, he wrote The Happiness Project and That Little Voice in Your Head. And I'm in the middle of that book now. I recommend it to everyone. But yeah, it was not not the happiest things he was saying. But you know what? Every single generation of people on this planet have all had something to deal with. And you know what? We'll deal with it because people as a whole are strong. And yeah, we'll deal with it. My parents dealt with depression, world wars. Their parents dealt with other things. and their parents before them dealt with other things as well. We'll all get through it, I hope. I guess I'm feeling a bit depressed by what he had to say, but I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not smart enough to talk about it. I'm just going to live my life as best I can, and we'll all go on from there. What else have I been doing? Oh, I went through some of my old sketchbooks, and that was pretty neat. Oh, and there's a creator on YouTube named Drachenfang. I think it's Drachenfang, and he makes he makes Halloween stuff, and he was doing a tutorial on paper mache pumpkins, and his turns out really beautifully. I used to do paper mache a lot. Someone broke into my house a few years ago and smashed up all the paper mache that I'd made, so I haven't really felt like doing it again. And for a long time after that happened, I didn't even feel like going out because I was afraid. But yeah, so it was pretty interesting. He uses a paper mache clay, which I never used. I always just used laminating newspapers or other papers. And it's very strong, you know. Paper mache is very, very strong. The French, there is some French, very old French furniture that is made out of paper mache, and it's basically laminated wood. You just the layer on layer on layer on layer, and it is hard, and it is like laminated wood. So yeah, I found Drachenfang's videos. I think it's a 12-parter, so he goes into a lot of detail. I don't like his lives a lot. I've tried to watch them, but he doesn't talk, and so you don't really know what he's doing, but he does do some really nice work. And I've watched a few other creators. Can't think of any names right now, but Boilio, I can't pronounce it. Boilio Hobby Time is one, and I guess he makes miniatures, and he's been working on this Wild West, Monsters in the Wild West type of thing, and that's pretty cool. And there's Craftsman without the T, like craftsman. It's Craftsman. And he's pretty funny. There's a few others, and I really enjoy watching them, as well as the diamond painters, of course. And I watch as many as I can, and of course I do. I wish I was as good as some of them, but I'm not. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. I hope you've all been keeping well and continue to do so. It hasn't rained here today. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning. I'm hoping for a cloudless night tomorrow night, so I can maybe get some nice shots of the moon, hopefully. Anyway, I think I'm going to end it here because I think the tape is